Okay, if I do a video on inside shadow, then I should start with the lore, obviously. Right? No, because with the rewrite of the first tome, the lore will expand, so it will be missing in the video. Idiot. Oh, right, of course. I have an idea. You remember what we already had in the shelves, right? Don't tell me. And howdy! It's me, Manny! It's been so long I've said those words. It's a little weird. I think it's 1 year at least. I don't really remember.
Except it wasn't my comeback video, and instead it's been sitting on my shelf for 7 whole months. For no reason. All that because I wanted to come back with extra videos already edited so I'd never miss an upload, which never happened, by the way, as you can see by me uploading at ungodly hours for my time zone every few uploads, LMAO. By the way, future me is text-to-speech exactly because of that. It's almost 3 a.m. My parents are asleep and they both work tomorrow, so it would be super rude to try to record voiceover now. Sometimes you just gotta do what you gotta do, and right now that is to use the dreaded text-to-speech in a video, which I've always hated because I personally have trouble focusing on it and keep thinking about other stuff instead. Thankfully, most of the video except this part is past me. So yippee. Future Manny, out.
So, yeah, that's not what I planned to come back with, but we bowling, we do what we must, you know, it happens. This video is actually because I wanted to commission my good friend.
Digitalart.
But for that I needed a reference, and I redesigned Emoshy, my baby, my precious little child, one of my first OCs ever. And so I was like, I can't send him just the base that I used when I was working on changing the design. That's not very professional of me. I'll just quickly like take the old drawing I did years ago for the old illustration, draw the new version on top of it, tweak a few things because my style changed a little, and it will be fine. It wasn't. Unsurprisingly, it happens. All this to say, I did have my commission, and it's my Discord file. I have it in my WhatsApp conversation background. It's everywhere. I love it so much. It's my favorite thing, and nobody can stop me from talking about it. I love it so much. So yeah, this is the third design for my character. Relatively speaking, there was like a 1.0 version, a 2.0 version, like a 2.5 version where I was like, I could've wanna redesign them, but also not really. So I just make the hair better and hopes it works out. It didn't, so I made a 3.0 version, that's the current version, and it's so much better. I'm gonna talk about the lore of all the version, because that's not the point of this. The point is my child. So, for her, the 1.0 version, at all the points, she was Fluttershy's cousin, so there's not really any problem on that department. The design still worked the same, if that makes sense, but instead of choosing to have the yellow that's like the the thing that links them and shows their like familial link, it was the pink of the mane. She had a pink mane. The blue eye is a thing that is in all the design. I should have started with that. All the designs have in common her blue eyes. Always has been, always will be. The colors sometimes change a little, but it's still the same. Talking about the eye, for 99% of this, or maybe all of it, I had the wrong blue for her eye because I did that wrong on my base reference, and so I had the wrong color until I sent it for the commission. I was like, wait, that's not the right eye color. What is going on? The Cutie Mark is not supposed to be this gray. and it's fine, I realized. Back to the 1.0 version. The 1.0 version was like, since the pink was her main color, it was a lot more pink heavy and a lot more gloomy, I'd say. A little more vibes of... the vibes are kind of similar, all things limited, but so different. Like, they both give gloomy, but 1.0 gives gloomy in a... How do I explain this? It just feels different, you know? By the way, I don't know why it's taken me until this version for Emoshy to be emo. Like, it's not like that wasn't her name from the start, or I didn't know what emo was. Her inspiration was the Emoshy in the fandom, where they would draw Fluttershy emo, you know? So I knew what it was. I saw Speedpaints of human version and then corrected version to look more emo because it was more goth, and so I have also no excuse for when I did draw a human version that wasn't just basic ass clothes, to also make her goth instead of emo. I don't know what I was doing, I don't understand, I have no excuse, I don't know why I did that. That's so embarrassing. I don't want to talk about it, it did not happen. So yeah, the 1.0 version is a little different from the two other versions, because it just has a whole different vibe. It's a little more soft looking, but still gloomy, like, because of the pinks, but the dark. Also, she was kind of... I think in the past I've described her as being one of the two villains. I don't know if I did, but if I did, I was being dramatic. She's like the main character that had a villain backstory, but because of amnesia, she does not remember. Oops. Happens to the best of us. In the 1.0 version, I did not think of a Cutie Mark. It's a trend. I have no idea what her Cutie Mark is for 90% of the time. The 2.0 version, my girl. Shorty looks like herself at that point, but the yellow is way like it's way less light. I was gonna say the opposite of what I meant. It's way more saturated. The blue is a little more leaning cyan than like blue, you know, if that makes sense. And her Cutie Mark, I don't remember why I made a heart. It was like supposed to be like vague symbolism, but I don't remember why I chose to do that instead of any other thing I could have possibly done. But yeah, it happens, I guess. I don't know. I don't know why it was green either. Just randomly pop a little green for no reason. I think maybe, perhaps, it happened at the same times where I color-coded the other alters to have eye color that were the Undertale souls, and I thought, of course, she's shy, she's kind, she's Fluttershy's cousin, green, for the heart. But I don't know why I did that. The trend with the 1.0 and the 2.0 version, I just kind of do things sometimes without really any reason, without really thinking or researching or like asking myself if that makes sense and if that works well. It happens. I don't know what to say about that. I'm a little embarrassed about it. But yeah, this is very different from how I approached the 3.0 version. Firstly, I did research, a lot of research, about emo and synth fashion, because even though I had like ideas, like a pretty good idea of what emo looks like, I still wanted it to look right, you know? And I like a vague goth vibe that has also emo elements, because I didn't know it was more goth elements that sometimes emo people add, but they're not like emo specific, because there's overlap and there's things that like happen in both but slightly different. Like I'm explaining this so bad. Basically, I did a lot of research about fashion because I love fashion. I love giving my character distinct fashion. That's my favorite thing. I don't know why I used to give my characters basic ass outfit when I love alternative fashion. I love very specific styles, and I mean, I love having styles that are very specific, and it's so fun. I don't know why I didn't do this sooner. The lore-ish reason why ponies have like accessories, where in the show they don't really. They have like outfits for special royal important events or one-offs that are important and stuff, but otherwise not really, except Rarity because she's a fashionista, and like maybe other noble important characters or famous. Well, it's because it's a next gen EU. I will probably need to do a separate video explaining the lore, because I don't remember if I ever did one. Like, just the lore of the AU. Because I have a lot of headcanons and fill the gaps sometimes in very, like, surprising ways. So I should probably give a lore video on that at some point one day. And look, she has a Cutie Mark, that makes sense. She's played guitar since ever. One of her inspirations is Marceline from Adventure Time. She's always played guitar, always. That was always a thing. But somehow, she only has a music-based Cutie Mark right now. It's a plectrum to play her electric guitar. Yay! Also, her necklace is merch from her favorite emo band. So far, the working title for the band has been, if I can find my notes real quick and pretend I didn't just forget that. Stellar Sorrow. So far, might change still when I put more thought into it, because I still didn't. That's why it's still a work in progress in the naming wise. But it's why it's not finished. It's not the finished product. So, and I have not made any edits to specify the name band, I think. so it's fine. Also, I don't remember, I went on a tangent maybe, so I don't remember if I finished what I said about the difference with the 1.0, the 2.0, and the 3.0 version. Top of doing my research, I also have been trying to show the personalities better with color palette, making the yellow paler, making the blue more blue than cyan, really giving like anxious vibes. Like this character, you can see the direction, I hope. I've been trying my best, so it better be. And I've also given her scars, because while it's never explicitly given any details, because it'd be pretty upsetting both for the reader and for me, so let's not do that. Emoshy has like trauma of a fight. Well, it's not a fight, it's one-sided of an attack that happened to her when she was a child. And she has those scars from it. And I was like, makes sense to give her scars. So that's a good way to do character designing, to have symbolism and color meaning and showing backstory through the character design. So I did that and I'm so happy about it. Hopefully those are the last 3 designs, because I love her so much like that, and I love the deletion even more, it's so good. So yeah, I don't actually know what the next video will be, because I don't have anything planned, but we will, it happens sometime. So I'll see you in the next video, whenever, however, maybe I'll do, if I have since found what I'm doing, I'll do like an edit to say what it is that I'm doing. So far it turns out to either be Bird, the Sting game Let's Play, or redesigning again Fight Spark Arrow with low tweaks from the old redesign. So yeah, back to old me. But otherwise, I'll see you next video, guys. Take care. Bye!